Mahamuniye Swaha. Om Muni Muni Mahamuniye Swaha. Om Muni Muni Mahamuniye Swaha. Let us make 3 prostrations to the triple jewels together.
Сделаем 3 простирания 3 драгоценностям.
Please be seated. Let us all place our palms together to request Geshe to turn over the wheel of Dharma according to the well wishes and capacities of the students. Geshe, please.
Not down. Maybe afternoon. Thank you. Page 4. Sanje juda zoge jonam no janju bado dane nyabzu tage jinso gebe sonam ge nola benjir sanje dubara esho. Sanje juda zoge jonam. Thank you. Dane nyabzu je tage jinso gebe sonam ge nola benjir sanje dubara esho. Sanje jola zoge jonam la chanju pardu dane yasu dage jinzo gebe zonam jola benjire sanje rubara sho. I go for refuge and turn my light into the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. I go for refuge and turn my light into the Buddha, the Dhamma, the Sangha. By my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit. Sangha, by my accumulations of practice of giving and so forth, may I become a Buddha to benefit all sentient beings. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato yevatat tesham chayo nirodha evam bhati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato yevatat tesham chayo nirodha evam bhati mahashramanaye swaha. Om ye dharma hetu prabhavam hetum tesham dathagato yevatat tesham chayo nirodha evam bhati mahashramanaye swaha. All phenomena arise from causes. The causes are taught by the Tathagata as well as taught by the great seer. Okay, let us turn to page 24. Okay, we're talking about the convention. I think we have to the first cover some verses and then see. So as Igor answered, that's very true. And what we see as and Igor answered when the Anna said that in the conventional sense, ultimately, yes, nothing is the impermanent phenomena, impermanent. But on the conventional level, yes, impermanent. And within conventional, we see that the people, the conventional world, they tend to have, say, some thoughts or some phenomena which they present as this or that, holds true within that domain, and whereas some objects as thought of by the conventional people, they don't hold true. So one example given in Acharya Chandrakirti's text is that, say, that two people were fighting over the painting. In the painting, there's one with let's say with the wheel, the sharp wheel on his finger, like this, and the other person with a bow and arrow. And the two people are arguing that the one with the wheel is Arjun, and one said, no, this is the Krishna, right? So then the two of them are fighting means arguing. So who's right? Pramila, who's right? The one who's holding this wheel in his finger, Krishna or Krishna? And there's a third person came. So two of them very happy. Now there's no point in arguing. So we have to ask the third person, he's going to be a judge. And the third person said, both of you are wrong. It's not Krishna or Arjun. It's a painting. You're getting it? So both of them know that this is painting. You understand what I'm saying? Both of them know that this is a painting. They are not saying that this must be human being or this must be the deity God and so forth. What it depicts? What it depicts? This painting depicts Krishna. That painting depicts Arjun. But the third person says that both of you are wrong. This is not human. This is a painting. You getting it? So the third one did not understand the convention of the two persons. Right? Within the convention of two persons, third person should say that one with the wheel is Krishna and one with the bow and arrow, that is Arjun. He should be able to say that. But he said it very different, although what he said is correct, but it is beyond the convention of the two people. This is where within convention, there's the convention acceptance, acceptable and unacceptable. So this is how we need to distinguish. So impermanent things is something on the conventional level. Sensible conventional level will say the composite things are impermanent. And those people who say the permanent residence and permanent address and so forth, there's something is wrong with them. Something is wrong. You're getting it? So this is conventionally is erroneous. Even on the conventional level, this is erroneous. So simply because in the conventional world, people say that the composite phenomena permanent may not be permanent. So that cannot be permanent. It is still impermanent on the conventional level. Okay, verse number 8. The valid convention of yogis. Valid convention of yogis meaning that the valid convention, which for example the yogis in the meditation, they see emptiness. They come out of this, and then they are full aware that things are like illusion. Within the illusion, then things are operating. Composite phenomena operating as impermanent phenomena. Good things, virtuous activities give rise to happiness, illusion-like happiness. And non-virtuous, the karmas give rise to the illusion-like, the miseries. So it's not that with the virtues, then the illusion-like miseries happen. No, with the virtues, illusion happiness arise.
With non-virtues, illusion-like miseries happen. Don't expect with the non-virtues, illusion-like happiness happen. It will not happen. So there's an efficacy of the cause and effect operating there on the conventional level. Although they are all like illusion, but then illusion-like things still operate so efficaciously in the form of cause and effect. 8. Valid convention of yogis has no fault of contradiction. Otherwise, the assertion of the uncleanliness of the women or a man's body, for instance, would be undermined by the common world. So the common world, the yogis, they see that, they think about, so what is it? Say the person, they deliberately meditate on this. And they say the person and how what is inside, or the organs inside, and okay, so forth. You think about this, and the first time when I was a little boy, I remember in school that I must be age, I think like 9 or 10, and there was another boy who met with an accident. The leg hit, I don't know, the cement or whatever, the sharp, the structure, and then it was injured, hurt, and the fatty tissues inside, they come out like this. The first time I couldn't believe that such things are there in the body. It's so obnoxious to see, And then there's no issue with me also, it's there. But this little boy could not believe that it looks so nice. Particularly when I was age 7, 8, 9, I remember the hand complexion is so beautiful, amazing, so cute. Right? It's so beautiful. When there's a cut, there's the fatty tissue inside coming out. So some practitioners, they deliberately meditate on these things. So for them, there's nothing beautiful, there's nothing clean, there's nothing, it's so impure. So what they see is a reality. What ordinary people see is not the reality, it's just the facade. Facade, and we just live in the illusion of being nice. Okay. 9. Furthermore, now the question is that the opponents, these are all very helpful. The opponents, they're asking that if everything's subjective, everything's like illusion, then you talk about accumulating merit. Accumulating merit, making prostrations, offering lights, and then meditation and generosity, ethical discipline, patience, all these things. We were talking about all these things. Why do you have to do all these things? It's all just subjective. If it all come from your mind, then why do you have to do all these things? You're getting it? Everything's just your mind. Why do you have to do all these things? Why do you have to put effort? Instead of just imagine that I'm prostrating. Right? Just imagine I'm meditating. Just imagine that I'm just, doing all these things, and you just lie down with the mobile, right? And I'm doing all the good things, right? I'm kate, paragate, yokulate, and then why should you have to put all the efforts? This is the question. So it says, number 9. Furthermore, furthermore, from the illusion like victorious ones meaning the Buddha. Even the Buddha is also illusion-like. Victorious ones arise positive force meaning merit. So, say you offer, you make offerings to the Buddha, make prostrations to the Buddha, although the Buddha is illusion-like, from there illusion-like merit is accumulated. Illusion merit happens. It doesn't mean that, okay, so here the problem, where lies the problem? This is very important. So many of us may think that, illusion like Buddha. If the Buddha is also illusion like, right? Then what's the point, right? If this thought come to us, what's the point? Which means we are falling into nihilism. You're getting it? So illusion like. There, the point is that we need to, first of all, say illusion like, an illusion. Say the people who believe in intrinsic existence, who believe the advocates of objective existence. For them, existence and objective existence, these two are synonymous. Let me repeat it. For the advocates of objective existence, those who believe in objective existence, for them, existence means objective existence. And if you say there's no objective existence, means nothing exists. Nothing exists means everything is just imagination. You getting it? Everything's imagination. If everything is imagination, then all these debates come about. Okay, and I'm sure that you will also come across these thoughts. I'm sure that when I was first, I'm here in IBD, in Buddhist studies, when I was enrolled, I think the first year, second year, I was so keen to learn about emptiness, although I was in the beginner class, but so keen to learn emptiness. And then I learned about, attend to the debates with the senior students that they doing. I listen to them. His one's giving teachings on emptiness. I pay attention to these and try to read what Lama Tsongkhapa said in the Lamchemmo and so forth as a beginner. So with emptiness, still 10 years to go. And for all of us, very lucky, first day emptiness. You're getting it? So for us, IBD, 10 years to go to reach the year. And for Sarah, how many years to go? From beginning, day 1. 10 years. But for us, lucky, day 1 emptiness, right? So so one day, I asked about emptiness to a senior monk here in IBD. And I asked about it, and then he was also from TCV school, from same school. So because of the affinity, I thought I felt more comfortable to ask him. So I asked him about the emptiness. And what reply he gave me? Very discouraging reply. What reply he gave me? He said, Dorji, this is your first year. Emptiness comes in the 10th year. Wait till 10 years. You're getting this is reply. Okay, I was so timorous. Okay, so what happened was that in those days, my teacher, Venerable Geshe, you remember? In the mountains, he was the solitary retreatant. And almost like most of the Sundays, I would be asked to do translation for his students, Western students. So I was to report there at 8 o'clock sharp. And there in IBD, Sunday is a holiday, but morning prayers are there. Morning prayers from 6 to 7. 6 to 7. And if my teacher, Venerable, my principal of the college, Venerable Geshe, if he comes for the morning session, then 6 to 7, plus his advice. Right? His advice will be given. And the advice, how long it will go, we never know. And I should report there at 8 o'clock. And from the IBD to the hill up there will take, if you casually walk, it's like 1 hour. So this poor boy, right? Our principal is not stopping the lecture. And there, my teachers were waiting. So one teacher here, one teacher there. And this poor boy juggling between the two. And it gets extended to 7:15, 7:20, 7:30. Now only half an hour left. And then luckily 7:30, teacher stopped. Then I just rush there. And sometimes I feel so agitated. Look, if everything is mentally imputed, if nothing exists intrinsically, then I can stay there. I can imagine I'm in the mountain. And somebody in the mountain who likes to do some grocery shopping, they can imagine I'm in the town. So we can swap. But it never happens. I have to struggle. What is this? If nothing exists intrinsically. So these are thoughts coming to me. And because of my personal experience, I would for sure say that many of you will have similar questions, similar thoughts. You're getting it? Similar dilemmas. And these dilemmas are very precious. Don't just, because of this dilemma, you should not get stuck. Come up with the confidence that there must be an answer to this. There must be a solution. So what is the solution? Inquire more rather than making you stop. Don't stop there. Inquire more. And gradually things will become clearer and clearer, will be unraveled to you. And then you will feel that, wow, this is amazing. Okay, good. So this debate was put forth, and then Bodhisattva Shantideva is responding that yes, everything is illusion-like, but within the illusion-like, there's a efficacy of the cause and effect. Cause and effect efficacy is there, where with the good things you accumulate merit, so you just do something with respect to the Buddha and so forth, your merits will be, illusion-like merits will be accumulated, and this illusion-like merit will give rise to your illusion-like happiness and freedom from miseries. So everything is illusion-like, but there is the efficacy of cause and effect relationship. Number 9, further from the illusion-like victorious ones or the Buddhas, you engage in any activity or respect and so forth, the positive forces or the merits are accumulated. In the same way as if they actually were truly existent functional things, meaning that for you, for example, say, I'm the advocate of true existence, I believe in objective existence, you don't believe in objective existence, and I throw you the debate that if everything's imagination, if everything's subjective, then what's the point of, say, accumulated merit? Or how does it accumulate merit if you just think of the illusory Buddha, right? Imaginary Buddha, illusory Buddha, subjective Buddha. So this is my question to you. And you said that no, it doesn't matter. Within the illusion-like, it is not illusion. It is illusion-like. There's a difference between illusion and illusion-like. In the illusion, then the cause and effect is defined. Whereas in the illusion-like, cause and effect is not defined. Where the cause and effect is defined, it is illusion. Where the cause and effect is not defined, this is illusion-like. So this distinction is there. So because of this, then you respond, yes, the cause and effect is followed efficaciously. Okay. And then for me, I would say that from my point of view, everything exists objectively. So because there's objective Buddha there, I offer something, then I get objective existent, intrinsic existent, the merit. So what I say, and then what you will say is that how you present yourself, this is exactly what is happening. From the illusion-like, the Buddha, you make the illusion-like offerings and so forth, illusion-like merits accumulated. So the point is that you do something good happens. And you said that this is objective, I said that this is illusion-like. This is the difference. You get it? Okay. In the same way as if they actually were truly existent functional things for you, how you present it. Suppose you object, but if a sentient being were like an illusion, then how could he take rebirth once having died? If everything's like illusion, sentient beings are illusion-like. When the person dies, then the rebirth, how do you account for the rebirth? Full stop. For example, like illusion. When you watch the magical illusion, then the magician performed the magical illusion, and once the show is finished, then the illusion, the animal, the illusory elephant and so forth, illusory man and so forth, they finish. Right? The moment the magical illusion, the magician, they wind up the show, then everything that came in the illusion stopped. So likewise, if everything's illusion-like, when the person dies, this illusion-like person dies, then how do you account for the rebirth? This question. So this is the, in fact, I remember that some people who have no idea about these concepts, when the emphasis concept is explained, one question that these people come to ask is this one. If somebody dies, how do you explain that particularly when somebody believes that the self exists as permanent, unitary, independent, as a soul. If there's some solid self there, when such self is not there, then they ask the question that when you die, how do you account for the reincarnation, rebirth? Okay, so he says that number 10, well, so long as the conditions are gathered together, so it's a dependent origination. Say the person existing as illusion-like, meaning that it doesn't mean illusion, doesn't mean it is illusion. Illusion-like in the sense that there's no objective self there, but something like illusion comes with being by dependence on the causes conditions. For example, say I'm just a bunch of atoms, right? These bunch of atoms come together in a certain configuration, and then you see as a Dorji. Right? And where is this Dorji which you are seeing, which does not really exist on the atomic level? Where is that? Naima, Where is that? Huh? Where is that? Okay, do you see that as a challenge? Oh, this is difficult. I can't give the answer. Or what do you think?
A challenge.
Okay, you see it as a challenge. What about Didanla? Are you sure? Okay. Okay, let's listen to the Nishok. What do you think? What is it?
You want me to answer?
Yes.
I think if you don't exist at the atomic level, then you exist only in our minds.
Okay, don't say if you don't
Okay.
exist. What I'm saying is that I'm just a bunch of atoms. This is a reality,
Okay.
right? I'm just a bunch of atoms. It's a reality. On the atomic level, you see somebody there. Now, from this, you see somebody there as Dorji. But on the atomic level, there's no Dorji there. If you just see the atoms, you will not say like this. Right? If you just see the atom, you will not do like this. But you will see something different. Right? To which you are listening. Right? So where is that person to which you are nodding your head? Where is that on the atomic level? Where is that?
In your mind.
My mind?
In
In your mind?
my mind.
In Nishok's mind?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you sure? Why you are nodding your head if it's in your mind? So whole world is in your mind? Huh? Whole world are they in your mind? Okay. So what Nishok said, and people can come with very, very tricky questions. Like, do you mean to say that everything is in your mind? Right? So you decide who is doing what? Right? This is somebody is writing. Is it that you are deciding that you write? Okay, now you don't write, right? Then you stop. Everybody stops. Okay, you don't eat food, right? Have mobiles, right? Is it happen? No, it doesn't happen. So all these tricky questions, entertain these questions. You're getting it? Simply because these questions challenge you doesn't mean that you have to block the questions. Entertain these questions. As more and more complicated questions come, your perception of the reality becomes clearer. Your understanding of the reality becomes clearer. If you block the questions and you think that, okay, now I got emptiness, okay, don't come with the complicated questions. Are you, all the people, are they in you? Or the Milky Way galaxy, are you in your mind? Right? So all the people, they lock the safe. What is in the safe? What is in the safe? Jewelries, they're in your mind? Or they're in the safe? Where? Right? All these questions come, entertain these questions. Think more. When you think more, your intelligence grows. Your hardware improves. When the hardware improves, hardware will have the capacity to process the very sophisticated softwares. You're getting it? This is so important. Don't block the questions. And okay, good. The lady over there, your question, with the green shirt, your question or answer? Okay. Yes.
Вопрос о сейфе возникает не первый раз. Я прошу переводчика потихоньку переводить, чтобы не было.
The question about safe comes continuously.
Say it again.
Question about the safe.
Okay,
It's
safe.
not a new, yes, a
Okay.
new question.
И я долго думала над этим вопросом, почему же мы закрываем квартиру, сейф и так далее, когда уходим, и вроде бы как и сейф, и квартира перестают существовать для нас. Мы их не видим, и значит, их нету. Я думаю, что они остаются существовать все-таки опять же в нашем уме, как память о том, что этот предмет существует.
And I was thinking about this question over and over, and I come to a conclusion that
why we lock the safe, why we lock the house when we leave the house. And I thought, and I came to a conclusion that when we leave the house, this house no more existent for me. It just exists just like a memory about this specific thing, but it is not, objectively existent. It's just in my head, just like a memory.
Okay, so from next time you're not going to lock your door? From next time you're not going to lock your door?
Конечно, буду. Я же помню, что у меня есть квартира и сейф.
Of course, I will lock because I remember that I have a house.
Okay, so simply because that, yes. Mike here. Here.
Отвечая на вопрос, где Dorji, я бы хотел сказать, что мы, переходя к ultimate analysis или or conventional analysis, говорили о том, что мы постигаем вещи, приближаясь к ним. И когда мы приближаемся к Dorji, мы видим атомы. Но почему мы решили, что именно приближаясь к вещам, мы познаем суть? И сегодня на нашем обсуждении я привел слова Есенина, который сказал: «Лицом к лицу лица не увидать, большое видится на расстоянии».
I would like to attempt to answer your question. Where is Geshe? Where is Geshe Dorji? And we spoke about two kinds of analysis, ultimate and conventional analysis. And speaking about the ultimate analysis, we decided that this is the analysis when we go close to the object. And when we get close to the Geshe, we just see the bunch of atoms, particles. And why we decide that that by the virtue of getting closer to Geshe, we will see his ultimate nature. We will see his nature. And I would like to quote the famous Russian poet Yesenin. He wrote that face to face, you can see the face. Big things can be seen from a distance. When you face to face, you cannot see the essence. But when you are on a distance, you can see the big things.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, so make sure now you raise your hand. Other people are irritated, I know. Why they are not letting him finish the verses. Okay. Yes.
Хорошо. Это не вопрос.
I'm
Мое
not
размышление об
responsible
этом.
when after the class people start staring at you. I'm not responsible. Yes.
Хорошо, окей.
No, come.
Хорошо, это не вопрос, это мое размышление о том, что у каждого из нас есть свои представления. У нас в нашем сознании нет сути вещей, у нас есть представление о вещах. И поэтому, когда мы выходим из дома и оставляем там свой сейф закрытым, мы имеем представление и о явлениях, и о составных вещах. Ну, такое иллюзорное достаточно, если мы будем в терминах буддизма.
It is not a question, it's just my reflections upon what you said. I think that we have a notion about the object, but we don't have in the mind, in our heads, the essence of that object itself. That is why when we leave the house, when we lock the safe, we have just a notion that we locked the safe. We have the notion of this
Вещи существуют отдельно, а наше представление от них тоже существует отдельно.
and objects, they exist independently, and our notions about those objects are also exist independently. They're just different things, and we have these notions, and there are things that are the ground of these notions. They are different.
Okay, so while we study emptiness, things are all subjective, nothing exist objectively, I would still suggest that you have to lock your safe. Do it. Why I'm saying this is that somebody who was attending this teaching on emptiness said that, Geshe-la, I always meditate emptiness, that everything is just the past, nothing there from the object. And when I was driving, I was thinking of the car in front of me, empty, right? I said, you are crazy. When you drive, don't meditate on emptiness. You're getting it? If you're a passenger in the car, you can meditate on emptiness. When you're driving, don't do that. You are crazy. You're getting it? You are still in the, say, the cause and effect is not defined. Cause and effect is operating. So illusion, like, the person thinking of illusional reality, you can hit the illusion like other car, and illusion, two people can be crushed. You're getting it? So therefore, we should be very careful. So do this analysis, and then over time, for example, why do we need to save? Why do we need this jewelries, wealth, and so forth? So that I have the sense of security. Why we need a sense of security? Because without these, then I feel insecure. What is insecure? Fear. You're getting it? So if the fear, the ground is self-grasping ignorance. Self-grasping ignorance is the fear, the ground for the fear. So we need all these things because of the belief that I'll be not safe without these. So without these, then I will have fear. So the fear is there, which is underscored by the self-grasping ignorance. But simply by talking about emptiness, okay, now I have no fear, I don't lock the door. Don't do that, because the knowledge of the emptiness, getting knowledge is of 3 levels. Wisdom derived through learning, wisdom derived through reflection, and wisdom derived through meditation. Within the meditation, again, there are 2. Meditation on the conceptual level, meditation on the non-conceptual level. There are 2. Within the non-conceptual, again, paragate, parasangate. Within parasangate, again, there are 10. First, second, third. There are so many layers there, till you reach a certain point whereby the wisdom of emptiness is so powerful that the fear, there's no place for the fear. Then at that point, you can stop locking the door. In fact, the great saints, they leave behind everything. They leave behind everything. They leave behind everything. They're just like, nothing. They are small children's games. They leave behind everything. Okay, till that point, till I realize the emptiness is extremely stable, where your sense of the confidence or the fearlessness comes, till that point, we have to take care of ourselves. Which means we are still in the dream. In Rome, do as the Romans do. Just do that. Okay. Don't think that you are a yogi. Okay. So number 10. Well, it's not that things are illusion-like. Doesn't mean that things are non-existent. Things are illusion. Things are illusion-like, meaning that they don't exist intrinsically. They exist by dependence. Dependence on various factors. As long as, verse 10, so long as conditions, the factors are gathered together, illusion lasts that long as well. For example, so because of which, so long as the factors for your existence in this life, in the next life, these factors continue to be there, then you continue to be there in the form of rebirth. This will happen. So long as conditions are gathered together, the illusion lasts that long as well. And how could a sentient being be truly existent merely because his continuum lasts long? And the opponents think that, but in reality, there's reincarnation, there is the next life, and the continuum continues like this. So it's so long duration, therefore it should not be illusion. Illusion should be very short. So how can this be illusion-like? It lasts so long. So if it is illusion-like, then you have to reject you are not entitled to accept the reincarnation, rebirth. So how does this happen? Okay, listen to this. This is very important point raised, and these are actually the reflection in your thoughts. These are thoughts which can potentially come to you when you start exploring the emptiness and the subjective, the nature of the subjectivity of the things. So what happened was that once there was a magician. This is very important. In what context I'm sharing this story? In the context that even the illusion can be extreme. You can get the feeling that is many years. One set of illusion, just one illusion, but you feel that is very long, many years. Simply is long doesn't mean that it's not illusion. Illusion can be very long lasting. So there was a magician, and he was actually known for his magic, the power to conjure magical illusions. And there was husband and wife, and the wife was husband and wife, and the wife was washing a dish, and the husband, just from distance, he could see the magician passing by on a horse. And he stopped the magician. Sir, I know that you are a magician and you are extremely renowned, a great master of the master of all the magicians. Please show the magical trick to me today. And he said, no, I don't have time. I have to go somewhere. And he requested, please. And he said that, but for me to perform this magical illusion, I need the book on the basis of which I do the magical illusion. And then I left it there in my house. And then he said, oh, sir, I'll go to get it. So they're not locked in those days. No one is able to lock. So he said, sir, I'll go to get it. And he said, okay, then if you insist, you can go now. And then you can also get my horse, otherwise it take long time. I have no time. I have to go to somebody else to meet somebody. You ride my horse and get the bag, come here. So he said, he was so happy. Then he rode on the horse. And he started riding the horse. And he lost the track. He lost the track to the magician's house. So he entered in a very different place. One day, 1 week, 1 year. Then he met with a girl. He got married, had a child. And the wife died. Child died. Very sad. And again, just leading a life then, not looking for the book. Leading a life, because already 1 year gone. So where's the magician? He must be somewhere else. So again he married another girl. He married 4 times. All the 4 wives died, one after the other, one after the other. And all the 4 married, it did not happen in one day. You're getting it? Many years. At least 2-3 years after, again 2-3 years, 2-3 years. And 4 children were born. Each one of them died one after the other. And he was finally left with 1 child. And he and his son, they were about to cross the river. And what do you do? The child is too small, could not cross. So he was trying to hold the child and make the child move. And suddenly the very forceful current washed away the child. Child died. Then he thought that my life is totally meaningless. It's full of pain. What do I do? Now I die. He jumped in the river himself. He jumped in the river. He saw that his wife was actually still washing the dish. Washing this. How long? It's just 5 minutes. And he felt it is like 10, 15 years. So the magician, actually, he already started to create the magical illusion. When he requested, he already started creating the magical illusion. So magical illusion, simply because it's so long-lasting impression that you get, doesn't mean that it's not magical illusion. So, a life after life after life after life, they're all magical illusion, yet it lies. For example, time is eternal, and even time is also magical illusion. illusion-like. Okay, so this is what is being said here. Number 10, well, so long as conditions are gathered together, the illusion lasts that long as well. And how could a sentient being be truly existent? Merely because his continuum lasts longer. Last long doesn't mean that it's intrinsically real. It can be illusion-like. 11. So now the next question is, now if everything is illusion-like, then if you murder somebody, if you commit negative actions, does it amount to a committed negative action, or it's just imagination? So, how can I account for somebody accumulating negative karma if everything is illusion-like, if everything is purely subjective? 11. In murdering an illusory person and so on, there's no negative force since it has no mind. So now Bodhisattva Shantideva is making a distinction between, say, murdering illusion-like person and murdering illusory person. These two are different. Effigy. Effigy, what is effigy? What is effigy? Okay, Nicole? Mike.
Oh, I'm sorry. Like a body made out of straw with clothes on top of it, making it look like it's alive, but it's not.
Actually made of straw, but you get the impression it's like a human being there, present there to scare the crows or to scare the birds, right? Effigy. And so killing effigy, it doesn't make sense to kill effigy. But you think, a small child may think that I'm killing effigy. So nowadays people make human beings very much like a real human being, and you think that this human being there, you try to, with the intention, you think that you're killing, and versus actually killing somebody. So that somebody is illusion-like, and the other one is illusion. So illusion-like, killing the illusion. What is illusion? You don't accumulate negative karma as much as you kill actually a human being, which is illusion-like. There's a difference there. Why? 11. In murdering the illusory person, which is actually really illusion, not illusion-like, illusory person, so on, there's no negative force. You don't accumulate of course there is negative karma. Don't forget it. Even if you say with anger, if you say with anger, like even this pen, when you with anger, you say for example, you hit somebody with this pen like this, right? It doesn't hurt the person, but with the anger, this act makes you accumulate negative karma. But so here it says no negative force, no negative karma means no negative karma as much as the negative karma that you would accumulate by actually killing a real person. Why? Since it has no mind. This illusory person does not have mind. But with someone having an illusion-like mind, somebody having a mind, although it is illusion-like, it has mind, because of which then the positive and negative forces, very powerful positive and negative forces, accrue. 12. Because mantras, so all these, the answer lies in what? In illusion, cause and effect is defined. In illusion-like, cause and effect is followed. The efficacy of the cause and effect. This is the key that we need to remember. 12. Because mantras and so forth. Okay, now how do you create the illusory beings with the magical power? By casting mantras. Because mantras and so forth lack the ability. They cannot produce a mind in an illusion. Mantra cannot create a mind. Mantra can create the illusion. It cannot create a mind. So therefore, you create the illusion which is like human being or like of the sentient being, but that mantra does not have the capacity to create the mind. 12. Because mantra and so forth lack the ability, they cannot produce a mind in an illusion. That they arise from varying conditions, illusions are of varying kinds. Since no way is there one condition with the ability to produce all things. So illusions, they come about, but it depends on various causes. And illusions, some can last the short duration, some can last for long duration. But in all cases, the reality is that only single cause cannot give rise to the illusion, cannot give rise to the illusion-like. Single cause, it requires multiple causes. Dependency on multiple causes. Because of multiple causes, dependence on multiple causes is there, Therefore, you cannot have intrinsically one object, because even a single object depends on multiple causes. So you cannot identify that particular object that you are seeing on any of these factors, depending on which that object comes into existence. 13. Suppose you ask, if ultimately someone is related, okay, now what they are saying is that, they say, Prince Siddhartha, and then 6 years of the practice of austerity, meditation, and then became Buddha. Bodhisattva's path, 6 perfections, so forth, and then became a Buddha. So, on this Buddha, is this illusion-like? Is this also illusion-like? This question, then saying that so this Prince Siddhartha, eventually he became enlightened. He became Buddha, and attained the non-abiding nirvana. Non-abiding nirvana meaning will not abide in samsara nor in personal liberation. Non-abiding nirvana. If ultimately someone is released in natural nirvana and conventionally is circling samsara, so now whereas for us, what are we? We are in samsara where? Ultimately, in the ultimate sense or conventional sense? In the conventional sense, we are in samsara. In the ultimate sense, we are freed of samsara. There's no samsara in the ultimate sense. You agree? Not agree? If this is what it is, then the opponent is saying it is similar to the Buddha, right? So Buddha also should be, in conventional sense, Buddha should be in samsara. In the ultimate sense, Buddha should be freed. How? What makes the person think like this? Because somebody can think that, oh, Buddha is just a prince. What does he know? Right? And he became enlightened. But there are so many people who think that, no, what he taught is wrong. There are many people. So many people, they think that he is samsaric being. The Buddha is samsaric being. So they are imputing, their mind is imputing a samsaric being over the Buddha Shakyamuni. You're getting it? So their mind is imputing something like this. So with all these efforts of becoming Buddha, and doesn't suddenly he become non-Buddha, right? If things exist only on the conventional level. So what is this about? This problem is because of the people believing that conventional existence means, if something subjectively exists means, it should be non-existent, it should be imaginary. You're getting it? If it is imaginary, you can imagine that the Buddha is a samsaric being. You can imagine like that. Can you imagine or not? You can imagine anything, right? So in America, one of the great teachers, when he first made the tour, teaching tour, he's very gentle, so kind. And he always smiles. And he did not speak English. And his attendants were there. And one American, he was in America, and one American guy came, maybe a little crack, came, and then he saw this teacher with so much smile and exuding with compassion smile. So then this man stopped and said, "You are a Buddha," right? And the teacher just kept smiling. And then he said, "I am a Buddha." You're getting it? So he's just living the illusion. He's creating illusion of himself becoming Buddha. So then should it be, is he Buddha? Huh? So mentally it's coming from his mind that he's a Buddha, right? There's no objective Buddha. So his mind is creating Buddha. Is he Buddha now? And then next moment he says, "I'm a sentient being," right? Then the Buddha becomes sentient being. If this thought comes to us, means that subjectivity is interpreted as imagination. You're getting it? When the subjectivity is interpreted as imagination, then these dilemmas, these conflicts will come into being. These conflicts come into being because we equate the subjectivity as imagination. Subjectivity to mean imagination. If everything is imagination, which means nothing exists. So what are the two questions with which we started emptiness? Two things exist. What is the answer? Yes. So if you say that every emptiness means everything is imagination, which means that nothing exists, you already contradicted with the first question. You are not eligible for the emptiness concept because your response to the first question, do things exist, is negative. You fall into nihilism. So seeing things as interpreting emptiness as imagination is a problem of nihilism. This is not the emptiness concept. Okay. So it says, 13. Suppose you ask, if ultimately, say for us, for the beings, ordinary beings like us, ultimately someone like us is released in natural nirvana. Natural nirvana meaning that in the ultimate sense we have no suffering. You agree? What is nirvana? Freedom from suffering. In the ultimate sense we have no suffering. Yes, how many have suffering in the ultimate sense? In the ultimate sense no one is suffering. So which means that ultimately you are free. In the ultimate sense you are free from suffering. This is known as the natural nirvana. Then, but in the conventional sense we are still in samsara. You agree? Okay. Then if this is the case, then the opponent is saying, who's the opponent? Who equates existence and objective existence and subjective existence as imagination. So that opponent, then then he said, then Buddha as well would be circling samsara. Why? We can imagine that the Buddha is circling samsara. On the imagination level, we can imagine like this. And if that is the case, if you say that, okay, this is, you imagine that Buddha is circling samsara, and then Buddha becomes samsaric being. Then what is the use of his all these many years, many lives of effort in the practice of Dharma? What use would there be a Bodhisattva contact for the eons of the Bodhisattva contact that he engaged in? 14. Well, even an illusion cannot be turned back unless, okay, now, say illusion like and the illusion. How the illusion is created by dependence on multiple factors. Likewise, illusion like also comes to being by multiple factors. What is the commonality between illusion and illusion like? Anyone? What is the commonality between illusion and illusion like? Sheikh?
Their imprint on the mind. The way the mind perceives it, it looks the same.
Okay, way the mind perceives is same. How?
Flower, imaginary flower, and real flower. I can't tell the difference.
Oh? Do you mean to say there's no difference, or you cannot tell the difference?
Between
flower,
flower
and imaginary flower. So you cannot tease about difference? There's no difference?
If we're in a dream, how can you tell if you're in a dream, if that's a dream flower
okay,
or not?
In a way, what you're saying is that you cannot distinguish it, or there's no distinction between the two.
There's no...
If you say there's no distinction, in a way you are saying that the imaginary flower is the flower.
I'm saying there's no way to distinguish.
Okay, there is distinction.
There is, if we're accepting subjectivity.
Yes, of course.
Then there's no way to distinguish unless we're awakened.
Okay, Mark? Okay, did you all hear what Sheikh said? Don't forget it. Thank you, Sheikh. Mark?
So between illusion and illusion-like, in both cases, things don't appear as they exist.
Okay, good. Thank you. Okay, don't forget what Mark said. Okay, now Audrila. Okay, when the question is passed down from one to the second to the third, the question may disappear. What's the question? Sanjukta, what's the question?
What is the commonality or what is the difference?
This is why I said, yeah, look, Audrey something is supposed to give the answer and she got a different question. You're getting it? Okay, Sanjukta, tell me what's the question.
What is the commonality between illusion and illusion-like?
Very good. Okay, what's the commonality?
Both arise from the mind.
Very good. Both arise from the mind. There's nothing from the object. You're getting it? This is a commonality, but there's a difference also there. Not only the commonality. Commonality is that both are subjectively presented. They are both subjectively imputed. But what's the difference? Not only we need to know both. By knowing the commonality, you get the understanding of emptiness. By knowing the difference, you see the functionality in the world, functionality in the illusion. What difference is there between the illusion and illusion-like? Anyone raise hands? Okay, Prerak. Prerak, raise hand, the mic.
Hello, Geshe. So for illusion, cause and effect is defined, and for illusion like, cause and effect is not defined.
Wonderful. Cause and effect is efficaciously operating in illusion like. Cause and effect is never defined in the illusion like. In the illusion, cause and effect can be defined. This is different. So therefore, in the illusion like, we cannot think, you cannot just think you go into indulgence and mentally think that you're Buddha, you're doing so good. This says you are hallucinating. This is not the illusion-like concept. This is not the emptiness concept. Okay. 14. Even when even an illusion cannot be turned back unless the continuity of its causal conditions have ceased. Yet when the continuity of these conditions ceases, it does not arise even for a conventional level. For example, let's say that for the illusion of one commonality is that the both illusion-like, both arise out of dependence on many factors. When these factors stop, the illusion stops. For example, the movie stops when the projector breaks down, or when the projector electricity is off, the movie stops. That because electricity is the condition for that. So likewise for the illusion-like also, given that they arise from the multiple causal conditions, when these factors stop, even the illusion-like stops. For example, say telegraph writing. How many of you know that? Raise hands. Telegraph writing. How many don't know telegraph writing? Raise hands. Okay, my age, telegraph writing, know that. Those who don't know telegraph writing, you're from a next generation. You're getting it? So now why don't you know telegraph writing? Because it is obsolete. The continuum of the telegraph writing has ceased because the factors required for the telegraph writing is no more relevant. The conditions required for the telegraph writing is no more relevant. Telegraph writing is what? For what? To save your money and pass a message, right? So you need to have the skill to use the economy of words, because every word you have to pay extra money. Email, right? Thousands of words. Put thousands of words if you're not tired. You don't have to pay anything extra. You're getting it? So therefore, now that cause and condition required for telegraph writing, that cause and condition stopped. Because of this, telegraph writing stopped. Telegraph writing, was it illusion or illusion-like? Telegraph writing, was it illusion or illusion-like? It was not illusion, it was real, but it was illusion-like. So illusion, when the illusion stops, when the magician is busy getting the money, got the money, he'll stop the illusion. Right? Do you understand what I'm saying? Illusion, the magician got the money for the entertaining you, got the money, will stop the illusion, he will leave you. Illusion stops. Right? Okay. In both cases, when the conditions required for the illusion-like stops, then the illusion-like also stops. Okay, we stop here. We are on verse number 15 now. Teyata om gate gate paragate parasam gate bodhisattva gate gate paragate parasam gate bodhisattva om gate gate paragate parasam gate bodhisattva. Three prostrations together.